Over. Welcome. I'm Barbara. This is Chair Yoga. I invite you to join me today in whatever way makes sense for you. Um, Please stay in your pain-free range of motion. You are welcome to try or adjust or modify any of the postures that I invite you to do today. Please have a chair that is sturdy on a nonstick surface, and we will get started. Okay, I'm going to move to my chair. Okay, we're going to get started now. I'm going to sound my bowl. And what I would like you to do is to just find a comfortable position in your chair, maybe with your back tall and light. You might be sitting all the way back in your chair, or you might be sitting a little bit forward. And I invite you to just listen to the sound of the bowl and just see how long you can hear the sound as you sit and know that you are sitting, and breathe. And as the sound of the bowl fades away from your awareness, just settle into the awareness of your own breath, of your body breathing, of sitting in the chair. Take the next 6 or 7 or 8 breaths just to notice the sensations that are present in your body right now. You might start at the feet and slowly make your way up. Just noticing sensation, maybe surface sensation, maybe deep sensation. Just observe with compassionate awareness of whatever you find. And as you observe the different parts of your body and the sensation that you find there, you might find places that could use a little more compassion, a little more love and care today. Just notice that. Maybe taking just a couple more breaths to scan all the way up to the crown of the head. And then gently shift your awareness from your physical body to your emotional body, observing thoughts, observing emotions, without trying to change a thing, just being curious. Noticing how quickly or slowly your thoughts might be moving right now. Noticing maybe the intensity of emotion, maybe where you feel it in your body. Do you have a name for the emotion or emotions? Or maybe you're not especially aware of any at all, and that's fine too. Just notice. And then allowing your awareness to come back to the breath and your whole body breathing. Physical body, emotional body. Just be and breathe. And as we move through the movement portion of our class, we are practicing mindfulness. So choosing where our awareness goes. And then when it wanders, which it will, because that is the nature of awareness and the mind, we simply notice that it's wandered and gently guide it back to our body, the sensations that we feel. And we do that over and over and over and over again. So just noticing when our awareness has moved away from where we are trying to rest it, and without any judgment about it, guiding it back to our body. So let's take a moment. If you'd like, you could place your hand or hands on your heart. Maybe take a moment of gratitude for showing up today in this way for yourself. Practicing compassionate awareness through breath and movement. Okay, we're going to begin to add some movement to the breath now. So let's just take our hands down by our side. You could wiggle them out. Just notice how it feels to start to move a little bit. And then relaxing hands down by your side. As you inhale, just let those arms float out to the side. And as you exhale, allowing them to float down. So maybe like wings of a bird, inhaling as they rise, exhaling as they fall. And you're deciding how wide to make those wings go, how high to make those wings go. Just see if you can maybe join that movement with the breath. So inhaling as the arms come out, exhaling as they come down, and noticing where you feel this in your body. Just getting curious. There's no right or wrong answer to what we observe. You get to decide if you're going to make the movement larger or smaller. Just notice how it feels. Knowing that you can change or stop the movement anytime you want. Maybe one or two more times. Letting the arms float down, resting in your lap, and just observe. And then I'm going to move my arms one at a time, adding a little bit of a lateral movement here. So I'm just going to float one arm up and lower it down. And then let the other arm float up and lower it down. And if you like, as that arm lifts up, you could reach a little bit more through the fingertips, feeling a little bit more of a stretch through the rib cage. Lowering it down, other arm. You can reach all the way from hips to fingertips if you like, and lower it down. And we'll just move from side to side. It might feel good to begin to get the neck involved by maybe taking your gaze to that upper arm or the corner of the room. I'm going to do one more on each side. Coming back to center. Just rest your hands wherever you like. Sit and breathe. Maybe noticing how the breath evolves as we move through our practice. I'm going to move to a spinal twist now. So I'm just going to sit up nice and tall as I inhale and exhale. Just gently twist the torso to one side. Inhaling back to center. Gently twist the torso to the other side. Exhale. Inhaling center. Exhale, gentle twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, gentle twist. So just continuing to flow at the rate of your own breath. If you'd like to add some arms, you might inhale at the center, drawing the arms up, and exhale, floating the arms down as you twist. I'm just resting one hand on my leg, one hand on the chair. Inhaling center, exhale, twist. And there's nothing magical about what I choose to do with my arms or how I might change the posture. It's really just about getting curious about what feels good in your body. Maybe where you might want to stretch, where you might want to increase a little sensation or a little energy. Obviously, involving the arms requires a little more energy. It might get your heart rate to raise a little bit more. So I'm finishing up on the left side and coming back to center and float those arms down. Really nice. Now I'm just going to move through a seated cat-cow. So I'm going to inhale, spine is long. Exhale, chin comes towards the chest, shoulders might round, back might round, letting the head hang. Let's pause here for a breath or two or three in this rounded posture. And notice what happens to the breath as the shoulders round. You might feel a little less room for the breath. Just notice here. Let's take that opposite movement, sitting up tall, let the shoulders come back, chest lifts, maybe taking the gaze up to the corner of the room. Relaxing the face, the jaw. So we have a little bit of an arch here as we lift the heart towards the ceiling, making sure that we're not sending the head back so far that it puts any strain on the neck. And then let's flow from movement to movement. So I'm going to inhale here, exhale and round. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale and round. Lifting, lengthening, shoulders back, chest lifting. Exhale and round. If you'd like to get a little more active with your arms, as you lift, you might take your arms out wide. You might take them to cactus arms. As you round, you could take the arms forward. You could wrap them around your body. So you choose what arms seem most interesting and satisfying to you. Nice slow movement, nice slow breath. If you require more than one breath for movement, that's totally fine. Just do what feels satisfying to you. Take that maybe one more time. And coming back to our seated mountain pose, feet firmly planted on the floor, spine is long, shoulders relaxed. Just breathing here. And let's begin to make little circles with the spine. So stirring the pot, as I like to call it. You can make those circles wider. If it feels better to widen the stance a little bit more, you could do that. I like to start with a long, straight spine, and then as I warm up, let the spine move a bit more forward and back, maybe rounding around back, maybe pressing my chest forward. But see what feels good in your back, in your hips, in your shoulders. And coming back to center, pause here. And change directions. Starting small, and then if it feels good, widening those circles, maybe widening your stance. And slowing it down, coming back to center, walking the feet together. And let's just take a little marching here. Nice and slow. Let's slow it down quite a bit here. And just notice the core muscles engaging as you lift those knees using these hip flexor muscles. If you want to hold on to the chair, that's fine. But just get curious about how this movement feels in your body. It doesn't matter how high you lift. In fact, even if you're lifting higher, maybe see what it's like to just lift lower, maybe even slower. Requires a lot of engagement around the core, which is great. Taking breaks anytime you like. And coming to stillness. You might notice that if you tilted back a little bit for that, which I did, coming back to a long, light spine. Let's take our hands down by our side. And as you inhale, you could let the arms float out and up, bringing the palms together, exhaling right through our center line to our heart. Inhaling out and up. Exhale to the heart. Let's pause here. We're going to add on here and come to a bit of a forward fold. So remember, when we come to forward fold, you could come to here, you could come to here, you could come all the way down towards the floor. So we're going to inhale Getting nice and tall. Exhale, folding forward to our lap or further down. And then inhale, slowly coming up. Bring the arms out and up. Exhale to the heart. Let's try it just like that a couple more times. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale up. Exhale to the heart. Beautiful. Adding on. So after our forward fold, we're going to slowly come up. And then if you like, you can bring one thigh towards your chest, however far that comes, and float that down. And then bring the other thigh towards the chest and float that down. Let's try just that lifting once more. So thigh towards the belly, belly towards the thigh. So we want to press the torso towards the leg as we press the leg towards the torso. So rather than leaning back like that, which can put some strain on the low back, we're just going to get tall as we press that leg. Get tall as we press that leg. Okay, so adding that on, we're doing a seated sun salutation. So here we go. Inhale, arms come out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, draw the thigh towards the body. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press the thigh in. Exhale, lower. Nice. Let's try that again. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Thigh in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, getting tall as that thigh draws in. Exhale, lower. Really nice. Okay, we're going to add on from here. So after we draw the thigh in, option here to extend the leg, press through the foot so you're getting a little bit of a stretch in the back of the leg as well as feeling some activation in this thigh muscle, and draw it in and lower. So other side, we would draw that in, extend the leg. You could hold under the leg if you like, or hold onto your chair. Draw it in and lower. And let's try that. So inhale, rising up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to draw that thigh in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, draw it in and lower. Other side. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, press through that foot and extend. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, lower. Really nice. Okay, we're going to add on to that. So after we lower that down, we'll just inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, side bend. You could hold on to the chair if you like, or your waist. Inhale, up. Exhale, side. Inhale, up. And hands to the heart. And we'll pause here and breathe. Okay. So let's try that. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, lifting that knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Other side. Draw the belly towards the thigh. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, both arms up. Side bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Both arms up. Exhale to the heart. Pause here and breathe. Just notice how you feel. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times, or you might choose to do it 1 more time. Or you might choose to just sit here and breathe as we move through those, because maybe that was plenty for you for now. Just notice how you feel. Make a wise choice for you in this moment. Okay. So inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, knee towards the chest. Tall. Exhale, extend. Inhale, getting tall, knee towards the chest and lower. Other side. Inhale, thigh towards the chest. Exhale, extend. Inhale, a little bit taller. Exhale, lower. Inhale, both arms up. Side bend. Both arms up. Side bend. Both arms up. Palms together. Exhale to the heart. Notice how you feel. So with this last one, I'm going to be quiet so that you can move through it at whatever speed, however slow you would like. If you forget what to do, it doesn't matter. Just moving and breathing is a beautiful thing. So we'll get started and I'll meet you back here in Seated Mountain. So here we go. Inhale. Just pause and breathe. Notice how you feel. You can rest your hands in your lap if you like. Okay. So stepping our feet maybe a little bit wider now. Let's take a few revolutions around here. Nice circles with a nice wide stance. Coming back to center and changing direction. Coming back to center. Let's take a nice lateral stretch here in our wide stance. So taking one arm up to the ceiling, and you have some options here. So you could press the back of your hand to give a little bit of leverage if you'd like to feel a little more of a gentle twist here, or you could bring your forearm down to your thigh, whatever feels good for you. And then as you inhale, lift, 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 come up, exhale, lower it down, and then other side. You could take your arm up to the ceiling. Maybe this is the perfect place for you. Maybe you want a little bit more leverage by pressing the back of your hand, a little bit of torso twist here, or maybe it feels good to come down onto your elbow and reach a little more deeply from hip all the way up your arm. Take a breath or two or three here. And then on your inhale, rise up. Maybe you even want to press up with that hand and lower it down. And let's just take a few moments to explore both sides again. You might want to flow it with the breath or just stay a little while on each side. So I'm going to flow it with my breath. Inhale to rise. Exhale. And on the next one, I think I want to just kind of sink into it, feel a little more active stretch. So I'm going to stay here for a few breaths. And then inhaling, coming up. Other side. I'll stay here for a few breaths. On an inhale, rising up and coming back to center. Really nice. Let's walk the feet in, march it out a little bit. Let's move into another spinal twist. This one I'm going to do with crossed legs. You could always stay right here with both feet on the floor, or if you'd like to try a different variation, you could cross knee over knee. Feel sort of that tight cross and pressing into the chair for a nice long spine. And my left leg is over my right, so I'm going to turn to the left. So I'm turning the direction of the top leg. So inhale to get tall, shoulders relax down. Exhale, gently twist and breathe. So I feel a little pop when I do that, because that's what my spine is doing. That little pop is just sort of like a release of pressure in the joints. It's a normal, natural thing. As long as it doesn't hurt, we're in good shape. Inhale to get a little bit taller. Exhale, unwind. Uncross, shake it out a little bit, and maybe crossing the other leg over, pressing my bottom into the chair, lifting the spine, shoulders relaxed. Inhale here, exhale and twist. Being mindful not to overextend the neck. And in all of these postures, we're balancing like active energy and engagement with relaxation. So where in the body might I be able to relax a little bit more to release tension that might not be serving me in this particular pose or shape? Inhale here, exhale, unwind, uncross, shake it out a little bit. Let's do a little Charleston to bring a little more circulation to those hips. So I'm just going to open and close my knees. Can do a little Charleston if I like, crossing my hands to the opposite knee. Okay, coming back to center. Let's extend the right leg with my heel on the floor, drawing toes back towards the knee. Some stretch there in that calf. And then point the foot and flex. If you'd like, you could do the same with your wrist. So flexing the wrist, pressing the hand forward like against an imaginary wall. And then I'm pressing my hand down, just like I'm pressing my foot down, which I don't think you could see. Flex and press, flex and press, flex and press. So flexing the foot, I'm going to relax my hand down. Foot is still flexed. Going to sit up a little bit taller and slowly hinge forward just until I start to feel a little more sensation in the back of the leg. Keep that knee soft, and we don't want to press on that knee joint, so maybe both hands or even on the other leg to remind ourselves not to press on that knee joint. So the spine is long. I don't have to go very far forward before I feel sensation in the back of that leg. I could even let my fingertips travel down in the direction of my toes if that feels good. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the face, and slowly coming up. And let's march that out. Other side. Heels on the floor, toes are coming back towards the knee. Can flex my hand as well. And then press the foot, press the hand, and flex. Press and flex. Press and flex. Press and flex. Nice. Sitting up a little bit taller, making sure there's just a micro bend in that knee so we're not locking out the joint, and perhaps hinging forward. So when I hinge forward, I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see. So hinging means bending from the hips rather than the waist. So I'm just getting tall in my spine and hinging forward a little bit. Maybe my fingertips travel down in the direction of the floor. Maybe I keep my hands on my supporting leg. Breathing into that deep sensation that we find. Only moving to that place where we feel satisfying sensation without any strain or pain. Slowly coming up. Walk it out. We're going to do a little bit of hip opening now. So you could extend one leg and cross your ankle over that leg, just so that you feel this rotation of the thigh in the hip socket. Or you could bring that ankle over the knee, or you could walk that foot back in, whatever is accessible to you. And once you're in that position, you could just let that knee come up and down. So very gently, we're just warming up that hip joint before we move into a little deeper opening. Let that knee come out to the side. Maybe sit up a little bit taller. And you might feel plenty of sensation just by sitting up taller. Just breathe. If you have more room that you'd like to explore, you can begin to hinge forward. You might adjust where on your thigh your ankle is, closer to the body, further away from the body, always being mindful of that knee joint, that you're not putting too much stress there. Slowly coming up. Let's circle that ankle in one direction. Circle the ankle in the other direction. Let's bring that knee up and down a few more times. Then we're going to make a hammock under our knee, so clasping the hands underneath the leg and just let that lower leg swing. And float that leg down. Let's pause here, just noticing any difference from one side to the other. Just getting curious about the effects of the movement on our amazing bodies. Okay, other side. See what works for you on this side. Are we crossing at the ankles, letting that thigh open here? Are we bringing the ankle above the knee? Are we walking that foot in? Where on this thigh feels the best? And then slowly letting that knee come up and down as we bring circulate needed lubrication in that joint. And then pressing into the floor, pressing our bottom into the chair so the spine lengthens. Noticing the effect of the just lengthening the spine has on the sensation that we feel in the hip. We can stay here or begin to hinge forward, exploring that space. We'll come up against that natural edge, and we wisely don't move any further past the edge. There's that kind of perfect range of not too little, not too much. We want to stay in that zone. Noticing if you're holding the breath. If that is the case, that's usually a good sign that you might want to back off a little bit. Just let the breath flow free and easy. And then slowly coming up, let's roll the ankle in one direction. Roll the ankle in the other direction. Let's bring that knee up and down a few times. And then making a hammock under the knee and letting that leg swing. Let's float that foot down. Come back to our seated mountain pose. Let's step the feet wide again. This time, bringing the heel to the floor, toes back towards the knee from this wide stance. And we're just going to do a seated warrior pose. So bringing the arms out to the side. My foot is flexed. Looks like my chair's in the way there, but that's what it looks like. My foot is flexed. Now bring the shoulders back and down, reaching through the fingertips. Feel length through the spine, and then turning the gaze over those extended fingertips. Feeling strong in our warrior pose. Our compassionate, wise warrior. From here, if you like, you could bring your forearm to your thigh and take the other arm up and over, extending from your heel to your fingertips. You could turn your gaze forward. It could go up towards the ceiling if that feels good, or it can go down towards the floor. On your next inhale, come back through warrior pose. And then as you exhale, you can bring your hand to your thigh, flip your front palm, and reach up and back. Again, be mindful not to press onto that leg. You're just resting your hand there. You could even wrap it around your belly if you like. Take another breath or two or three here. And when you're ready, inhale, come back through that warrior pose. Exhale, relax the hands down. Nice. Let's walk that foot in. So now knees are wide, both feet are wide. And let's just alternate pressing shoulders towards the center. As your shoulder presses towards the center, you might take your gaze over the opposite shoulder, if that feels good for your neck. And come back to center. And we're going to do that warrior series on the other side. So I'm bringing my heel to the floor, toes towards my knee. The other foot is flat on the floor. My knee is tracking over my heel. Belly draws in and up. Spine is long. So really we're actively engaged through our whole body. Then take our arms out to the side. Draw your shoulders up and shoulder blades down the back. Inhale here. On an exhale, you can turn your gaze over those front fingertips. If these arms are requiring too much energy, you could float them down. You could take one down. You could float them down and up. You could do whatever you like. It's your practice. So from here, I'm going to let my forearm come to my thigh, turn my palm up and bring it up and over. Nice long line from my heel to my fingertips. If this is too much, you could do this. You could put your hand on your waist. You could put your fingertips on your shoulder. You could take your hand up to the ceiling rather than up and over. Lots of options. Make your wise choice. And if you try something and you feel like, oh, that's too much, then try something else. And the next time you inhale, getting tall, exhale back to warrior pose. Breathing here, let's turn the front palm up. Bring the other hand to the waist or resting very lightly on that leg. And just reach those fingertips up towards the ceiling in our reverse warrior. And the next time we inhale, get a little bit taller. Exhale, relax it down. Walk that foot in. Walk them back together. Little march side to side. You could rock your hips side to side. Little massage for the parts of us that are in contact with the chair. And coming back to center. So before we move into the final part of our class, I invite you to take the next minute or so just to move your body in any way that feels right and good for you in this moment. Maybe there was a part of your body that could use a little something that I didn't move the way you would like to have moved today. So go ahead and do whatever feels good for you. Maybe you want to do some shoulder circles or some arm circles. Maybe you want to take some time in a forward fold. Maybe something could use a little massage and you want to do that. Just do whatever your inner teacher is directing you to do right now. And we're going to take some time to get into position for final relaxation. So during final relaxation, this lovely part of yoga where we allow ourselves to just be and to really just kind of integrate all of the movements that we've been doing. You could sit back in your chair. You might put on a sweater or toss a blanket over you. You might lay on the floor. You might lay on your couch. You could bring your legs up a chair if you like. I always like to give people that option because it's such a nice help for the low back for many people, where you just put your legs on the chair, relax your body on the floor. So find whatever position you would like to remain in for the next few minutes or few hours. You're at home, you can do whatever you want. So taking a few moments to settle in. You could let the eyes close if you like, or you can keep them open. And just begin to settle in to the weight, to the support of the floor or the chair or the couch, feeling held and supported, letting go of the weight of your body. And just feel your body breathing in whatever way that it does. And as you rest and breathe, floating on the rhythm of your own breath, you let each breath bring you greater relaxation, deeper rest. Letting each inhale nourish and nurture every cell of your being. Letting each exhale release and relax and let go of anything that is no longer serving you in this present moment. And we rest in this place and breathe. And you are welcome to extend this final relaxation as long as you like. If you are ready to begin to transition from the state of relaxation to the rest of your day, you might first take a few moments to notice just how you feel in your body right now. Notice any shifts or changes from the beginning of class. Maybe any areas of greater openness or ease. You might take a few moments to notice your emotional body, thoughts, feelings, perhaps noticing any greater freedom or sense of ease in your emotional body. Things are always shifting moment to moment in our physical body and in our emotional body. There can be a lot of value in noticing that. You might begin to wiggle your fingers and toes now, maybe taking a few deeper breaths, feeling a little more rested and alert with each breath. If you are ready to come out of maybe a laying down position, you might slowly and gently begin to move your body into a seated position. You could bring your palms together to heart center. Maybe take another moment of gratitude for showing up for yourself in this way today. Maybe there's something from your practice that you would like to take with you into your day. Maybe there's something from your practice that you would like to just leave right here. Peace, Shanti, Shalom, Salam, peace. May peace fill you and surround you, and may you be an instrument of peace in your own life and in the lives of all of those that you touch. And as we open our eyes into the next moment of our life, we say Namaste, which means the light in me bows to and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being with me this morning. Just want to remind folks that we are not going to be meeting next week. So you are welcome to watch any of these classes that we've already done. It's so nice to see some comments. I'm glad I got the message to unmute myself at the beginning. That would have been a bummer to be on mute the entire time. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will see you here in a couple of weeks. Okay, bye.